My child, before you scroll past, stay with me. Because if you leave now, you may miss the answer you have been praying for. I am not asking for much. Just a few minutes. Just this moment. Just you and me. Because I know something about you that you haven't said out loud to anyone. Not to your closest friend, not to the person sleeping beside you, not even to yourself in those honest, quiet moments before sleep finally comes. I know what it feels like to speak with a gentle voice, and watch your words dissolve into silence before anyone turns around. I know what it feels like to enter a room with warmth in your chest, ready to connect, ready to be present, and then slowly realize that no one in that room is really looking at you. Not truly. I know what it feels like to give your best, your time, your energy, your kindness, and still walk away feeling like you were never really there at all. Like a glass of water in a room full of people who weren't thirsty. And I know the question that finds you in the dark. The one you don't say out loud because saying it feels too vulnerable, too exposing, too close to the thing you fear most. Why am I so easy to overlook? Why do I give so much and still feel like I disappear? Is there something wrong with me that I cannot see? My child, don't close this. I need you to hear what I am about to say, because what you have been calling invisibility may not be rejection at all. It may not be a sign that you are too little. It may not be proof that you are too much. It may not be evidence that you are broken or difficult or somehow less than the people around you. What you have been calling invisibility may be protection. And in the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly what I mean. Stay with me. There was a woman who decided she would never be invisible again. Throughout her life, she often felt overlooked, especially in her childhood home, where she was the quiet one. As she grew older, she promised herself that she would change, seeking out connections that would allow her to finally be seen. So she made an effort to engage with others. She responded to messages before they were fully sent, anticipating needs and bringing warmth to every interaction. She became attuned to the energy of gatherings, quickly identifying who needed encouragement or support. At work, she was the last to leave, taking on tasks others avoided and remembering special dates. In her friendships, she was proactive, reaching out and being present for her loved ones. In her romantic relationships, she forgave even when it was difficult, believing in others despite their struggles. However, the more she gave, the more invisible she felt. Her kindness, once seen as a gift, became an expectation. People began to take her for granted, failing to recognize her efforts and not considering how she felt. Eventually, she reached a breaking point and stopped giving, not out of anger, but simply because she had nothing left to offer. In her silence, she realized that those who had relied on her weren't calling for her, they were calling for what she provided. This painful realization left her feeling more invisible than ever, highlighting the loneliness that can come from giving everything without being truly seen. And there was another soul, a quiet man who always felt like the background in everyone else's story. He had grown up being told, not with words, but with actions, that the people who mattered were the ones who commanded attention, the ones who walked into rooms and made noise, the ones who had opinions that filled up silence, the ones who were impossible to ignore. He was not that person. In every gathering, he was the one who listened. He absorbed everything. He remembered conversations that others forgot they had ever had. He noticed things, the way someone's voice changed when they were hurting, the way laughter sometimes covered something that wasn't funny at all. He watched others fill the room with noise while he held his words like something too fragile to drop. He thought he was invisible because he wasn't loud enough. So he tried to fix himself. He forced laughter that didn't belong to him. He told stories he thought people wanted to hear instead of the ones that were true. He spoke faster than his heart could follow. He leaned into conversations that felt hollow just to feel included. He became a version of himself that the room might finally notice. But the louder he tried to be, the more hollow he felt inside. Because it wasn't him. He was performing. And deep down, every single person in that room could feel it, even if they didn't know what they were feeling. One night, exhausted and discouraged, he simply stopped. He sat alone in his apartment. No music, no television, no distraction. He sat in the quiet, and for the first time in a long time, he let himself breathe. He started writing, not for anyone else, just for himself. Pages of honest, unpolished thoughts that he had been swallowing for years. He started praying. Not the kind of prayer that asks for things, the kind that just sits, that simply says, I am here. I am tired. I don't know what I'm doing, but I am here. He began healing the places inside him that had been neglected for years. The wounds he had covered with performance. The loneliness he had covered with noise. He stopped chasing rooms and started building a life that felt peaceful to his own soul. Slowly, quietly, without anyone watching, he became more himself than he had ever been. Months later, a storm hit his family, a crisis that no one had seen coming, decisions that had to be made quickly, emotions that were running too hot for anyone to think clearly. Everyone panicked, everyone argued, everyone fell apart, and the quiet man was the only one who didn't. He had been practicing stillness for months. He had been learning how to stay grounded when everything around him moved. His steadiness became a shelter. His calm became clarity. His presence, the presence that no one had noticed before, became the thing everyone reached for. People kept saying, I don't know how you're doing this. I don't know how you're so calm. We need you here. That day, they finally saw him. But what they saw was not a man who had learned to be louder. It was a man who had learned to become whole, and my child, that wholeness, was built entirely in the seasons when no one was watching. My child, let me tell you what is really happening. When you feel invisible, your mind does not stay neutral. It does not simply observe and wait. It turns against you, almost immediately. I'm too quiet. I'm not interesting enough. I'm too sensitive. I'm too intense. I'm too much. I'm not enough. Something must be wrong with me that I cannot see in myself, but everyone else can. And the cruelest part is that the more you believe those thoughts, the more you start to perform. You start editing yourself before you even open your mouth. You start anticipating rejection before anyone has had a chance to respond. You start shrinking, not because someone asked you to, but because you decided it would be safer that way. But here is what I need you to understand. Some rooms were never built for depth. This is not a poetic idea. This is a practical truth. Some environments, some workplaces, some friend groups, some families, some relationships were built around a specific kind of energy. Noise, performance, surface, speed. In those environments, depth is disorienting. Sincerity makes people uncomfortable. Empathy feels like a threat to those who have spent years avoiding their own feelings. Quiet strength is invisible to people who only recognize loud strength. So when you walk in carrying sincerity, empathy, quiet, real, unhurried strength, they simply don't know what to do with you. You are not wrong. You are not broken. You are not too much or too little. You are a mismatch for that particular room. Your invisibility is not your failure. It is information. It is telling you this is not your room. These are not your people. This is not the environment your soul was designed for. And here is what breaks my heart. The more you exhaust yourself trying to force them to see you, the more you twist yourself into shapes that don't belong to you, the further you drift from the person you actually are. And the further you drift from yourself, the harder it becomes to recognize yourself when you finally look in the mirror. You were never meant to earn visibility by emptying yourself. You were never meant to perform your worth for an audience that wasn't capable of receiving it. That is not how I designed you, and it is not how this story ends. Let me show you something. I want you to picture a seed, not a flower, not a tree, not something already beautiful and visible. Just a seed, small, unremarkable, sitting in the dark beneath the soil. From above, from the perspective of anyone walking by, there is nothing there. Just dirt, just ground, just absence. No color, no movement, no proof of life. No indication that anything meaningful is happening beneath the surface. No applause from the garden above. Just darkness and silence and waiting. If that seed could speak, it might cry out, "Has everyone forgotten me? Am I even still alive? I have been down here so long. I have been in this darkness so long. Did anyone notice I was planted? Does anyone know I am here? Will anyone come?" But the gardener, the one who put the seed in the ground, knows something the seed cannot yet see. The seed is not forgotten. It is not abandoned. It is not lost. It is being formed. Because roots do not grow in sunlight. Roots grow in hidden places, in the dark, in the quiet, in the unseen. The root system that will one day hold an entire tree steady against the strongest wind. That system is being built right now, in the place no one is watching, in the season that feels like nothing. Strength only develops where no one is watching. Character only deepens in seasons that feel like waiting. And if the seed is pulled out too early, desperate to be seen, desperate to prove it is alive, desperate for the light, it will not survive the first wind, because it was pulled before it was ready. Before the roots were deep enough, before the foundation was strong enough. My child, I need you to hear this next part carefully. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, I allow you to pass through seasons of invisibility, not because I have forgotten you, not because you are less valuable than the people around you who seem more visible, but because I am building roots in you that you will desperately need when your moment finally comes. The depth of character you are forming right now, the patience you are learning right now, the self-knowledge you are gaining right now, the peace you are building right now, none of it is wasted. All of it is preparation. You are not buried, you are planted. And everything growing in the dark right now is growing on purpose, for a moment that is coming that you cannot yet see from where you are standing. So what do you do now? Not tomorrow. Not when things change. Not when someone finally notices you. Right now. Tonight. In this season. What do you actually do? You stop begging for visibility from people who were never meant to give it to you. I know that is hard to hear. Because some of those people are people you love, people you have invested in, people you hoped would see you differently if you just tried a little harder, gave a little more, were a little less of whatever they seem to resist in you. But continuing to pour yourself out for people who cannot receive you is not love. It is not humility. It is not patience. It is erosion. And you were not made to be eroded. So you stop. You stop over-explaining your worth to people who have already decided not to see it. You stop performing kindness in front of audiences who have confused your generosity for obligation. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into rooms that were built for someone else entirely. Instead, you begin honoring your own spirit the way I have always honored it. You look at yourself with the same gentleness you have been extending to everyone around you. You start choosing spaces that feel peaceful to your nervous system, not spaces that leave you depleted and questioning your value every time you leave. You pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. Do you feel more like yourself or less? Do you feel lighter? Or do you feel like you left a piece of yourself on their floor again? That feeling is information. Listen to it. You save your softness for the people who receive it as something sacred. Not everyone deserves access to the most tender parts of who you are, and you hold on to this truth. Hold it tightly. Repeat it when you need to. The right eyes do not need you to shout. The right hearts do not need you to prove. The right people will feel your presence even when you speak in a whisper. Even when you are simply being yourself, unperformed, unedited, unhurried, the right people will recognize something in you and move toward it. Not because you earned it, not because you finally figured out the right way to be, but because you belong together. You don't have to earn your place, you just have to stop leaving it. And now, I want to do something with you. Not more words, not more explaining, not more things to think about, just you and me. Close your eyes if you can, let your shoulders drop, let your hands rest open. I'm going to pray over you right now.
Sweet soul, if you have spent too long feeling invisible in this world, this prayer is for you, not for the version of you that performs and proves and earns, for the real one, the one underneath all of that, the one who is tired, the one who is still here. May the weight of not being noticed finally begin to lift from your shoulders tonight, not next week, not when things improve, tonight. Right now, in this moment, may you release, one exhale at a time, the burden of carrying other people's inability to see you, because that was never yours to carry. May you stop measuring your worth by the attention of people who were never meant to see you fully. May your heart find safety even in the quietest, most overlooked seasons of your life. May you understand, not just in your mind, but deeply in your bones, in the place where truth settles and stays, that being unseen by others is not the same as being unknown by heaven. Those are two entirely different things. One says something about the limitations of people, the other says something about how I see you, and I have always seen you. May your nervous system soften now. May your breathing slow. May the tightness in your chest begin to release. May the tension in your shoulders finally have permission to go. You have been holding on for a very long time. You can put some of it down now. If you have been giving too much, may you rest without guilt tonight. Real rest. The kind that doesn't feel like laziness. The kind that feels like coming back to yourself. If you have been over-explaining yourself, trying to make people understand your value, trying to make people understand your heart, may you finally be free from that exhaustion. You don't have to convince anyone. The right people won't need convincing. If you have been making yourself smaller to make others comfortable, folding your personality, muffling your voice, hiding the parts of you that felt like too much for certain rooms, may you find your way back to the fullness of who you are. All of it. Even the parts you were told were too much, especially those parts. May you have the courage to walk away from wounds that drain you, not in anger, not in bitterness, but in clarity. May you have the peace to choose your own healing over the approval of others. May you stop waiting for the world to notice you before you allow yourself to feel worthy. May you begin, starting tonight, to treat yourself the way heaven has always treated you, with...
Before I say another word, I want to stop. I want to slow everything down. Because there is something I need to read to you. Not something I wrote. Not something invented for this moment or for this video or for this generation. Something older than that. Something that existed long before your loneliness found you. Long before the question formed in your heart. Long before tonight. These words were carved into eternity thousands of years ago. And yet, as I read them to you now, I want you to notice how perfectly they were written for exactly where you are right now. And if you still doubt that you are seen, listen. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Sit with that for a moment. Don't rush past it. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Do you understand what that means for your life right now? It means there is no version of darkness, no season of silence, no period of being overlooked, no night of crying alone, no chapter of feeling forgotten that has ever hidden you from my sight. The darkness that felt like abandonment, I was in it. The silence that felt like rejection, I was in it. The invisible seasons that felt like punishment, I was in them, building something, forming something, preparing something. There has never been a single moment where you were hidden from me, not in your quiet seasons, not in your overlooked years, not in the nights you cried alone and believed no one saw. The darkness never concealed you. It only concealed what I was building inside you, my child. We are coming to the end of our time together tonight. And before you go, before you close this and step back into your world, I need to say something to you directly, not through a story, not through a metaphor, as clearly and as simply as I can. You have never been invisible to me, not once, not for a single second of your entire life. I saw every tear you swallowed in public so no one would feel uncomfortable. I saw every time you stayed quiet just to keep the peace, even when everything inside you had something important to say. I saw every time you gave someone else the last of your energy, the last of your patience, the last of your hope, and went home with nothing left for yourself. I saw every time you walked home alone after giving everything you had, and still felt like it wasn't enough. I saw every version of you that you have ever been ashamed of, every version you tried to hide, every version you thought was too much or not enough or simply wrong somehow. I saw all of it, and I loved all of it, because I see you, not the performance, not the edited version, not the person you become when you think you are being evaluated. I see you, the real one, and I am telling you now, with all the love I carry for you, with the full weight of everything I know about you and everything I know about what is coming for you. You do not need to become harder to be worthy. You do not need to become louder to be chosen. You do not need to become someone else to finally be seen. You need to become more yourself, more honest, more grounded, more at peace with the person I made you to be. Say this with me now, slowly, out loud if you can. Let each word land in a different place. I am enough, without performing. I am worthy, without approval. I am safe, even in seasons of silence. What is truly meant for me will recognize me without me having to beg. My child, when the right time comes, and it is coming, you will not have to force anything. You will not have to shrink or perform or prove. You will simply be received by the right people, in the right rooms, in the right season. And when that happens, and it will feel like something you have been waiting for your entire life. It will feel like coming home. If something in this message touched a quiet place in your heart tonight, leave one word in the comments. Peace. Just that one word. Let it be your way of saying, I was here, I heard this, I am ready to begin healing. And if you want to return to this sanctuary whenever the world becomes too loud, whenever you need to be reminded of who you are and whose you are, subscribe and turn on the bell, so this voice can find you when you need it most. Now, there is one more thing I want to give you before you go. A song, not a performance, not something polished for an audience, just a voice and a melody, carrying everything you just felt into a place where words alone cannot reach. Let it hold what language cannot hold. Let it be the last thing your heart receives tonight. Close your eyes. Let your body be still. Let your breathing slow. And let this song carry you somewhere safe. You've done enough for today. You've been enough for today. Rest now, my child. You are so loved. You are...
kept reaching out to rooms that couldn't hold me. I kept making noise so no one would see me cry. I wore so many faces just to be somebody, but every mirror showed a girl I didn't recognize. I watched you disappear inside the crowd around you. I watched you shrink yourself to fit a world too small. You thought the darkness meant that you were lost and faded, but I was in the darkness, waiting through it all. You are seen, you are known, even in the quiet. You were never on your search my hidden places. You have known my quiet mind. Every fear I never spoke of, every tear I left behind. You have seen the silent evenings when the room felt far too wide, when I whispered into darkness, wondering if you were inside.
You were there before the question.
You were there before the doubt.
You were there inside the silence.
When my strength was running out,
No shadow ever covered what your eyes could always see.
even the darkness is light to you. Even the night shines through. There is no place I can go where I am hidden from you.
Even the silence speaks your name. Even my tears are known before I call, before I fall. You have already come. Oh Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me.
Even the darkness is light to you. Even my fear shines through. There has never been a moment I was unseen by you.
When you feel invisible, it was my protection. I shielded you from harm you could not see. You are always seen and deeply loved by me.